If you want to know what are the basics of express entry and what are the minimum requirements if you want to get started with your express entry profile, what you should be doing first and what should come next, if that is your basic question about express entry, then this video will be extremely helpful for you because we are discussing this important topic today. Please be tuned till the end. My name is Sahil. Guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice in Ontario. My office is here. If you have to get in touch with me, my number is on the screen and the details are there in the description box. More than happy to connect with you. Guys, before we proceed any further, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration. And if you are an aspirant of coming to Canada, then this is a channel that you must be subscribed to all the time. So guys, what we're discussing today is by far the very important topic, which is how to get started with an express entry profile. Now, every day I get tons of questions from people who have no idea what exactly is an express entry profile. And once even people get to know what is the point-based system, after getting to know a lot of videos on YouTube, the question remains still the same. What should I do if I want to get started with an express entry profile? What should come first? What should be my next steps? Okay, now we are answering this question in this video. The first thing that you need to know that an express entry profile has three broad categories under it. First, you need to identify which program do you fit under. Well, if you're outside Canada, more than often you might find yourself fitting under the FSW or the FST category. If you're a part of the FSW category, which is the Federal Skilled Worker category, you should immediately head out to the government website, which is ICCRC website, and you should see if you are clearing the minimum requirements of that particular program. There is a separate scale which we call the 6 selection factors, and you should score a minimum of 67 points on that scale in order to find yourself eligible under an express entry profile. Once you have done that, then you should move yourself towards finding the CRS points. Okay, now the CRS points is a scale of 1200 points, out of which 600 are usually allocated towards your PNP, and you can score a good amount of points under the first 600 points. To see how much you're scoring, you should go ahead with the CRS calculator, which is again there on the Canadian government website. Only please make sure that you're only using Canadian government website links. No other immigration websites or anything should be able to help you as much as the IRCC website is able to help you, because they've got a lot of information for you to dive under to do your research. Okay, so you head out to that CRS calculator and then start putting in your profile to see what is your point scale. Okay, now once you have established that you are eligible under the 6 selection factors, and then you have established that you can get a range of certain points on the CRS score, on the CRS scale, then you should look at what kind of documentation are required. Okay, we will be talking about what is the minimum documentation that you are required to get before you can even think of creating an express entry profile. First of such documents is an IELTS score, which is a language score, which is not only limited to IELTS, but there are other language exams as well. We refer to IELTS very commonly because that's the one of the most commonly used language exams. So if you're using an IELTS exam, you should go for an IELTS general exam, and it is always marked on all the 4 different modules. So listening, speaking, reading, writing, you should be getting some scores in that based on the program that you've selected, and you should match your scores that you've got, and you should then be able to establish whether you're still eligible and what score are you getting. So first, your IELTS score, the general score, is very important, or any other language exam that you're using. Okay, after you have given the language exam, you should then proceed towards the WES or the ECA platform. Now, why I'm using WES? The whole process's name is ECA. It's Educational Credential Assessment, and WES happens to be one of the most popular assessing agencies. However, there are multiple other agencies like IQAS, CES, and all of these agencies which can be a little more welcoming in terms of your different credentials. So make a choice depending upon what your qualification is, which country you are studying from, what is the kind of credential that you have, whether it's a master's program or any other. Do a lot of research to make sure that you're applying to the right agency. Okay, If you go towards the IRCC profile, again the express entry information sheet, you will be able to identify which agency is best suited to your profile. If you're still unsure, get in touch with your college or your university's admin team or your alumni to find out if anybody has gotten the desired results as they wanted, right? So usually guys, what happens is people go with WES and IELTS hand in hand, because an ECA process can take 3 or 4 months if you're going to a different agency which is overcrowded. Okay, so your ECA and your language exam must go hand in hand. The next thing that you need to be sure of is you should have all your experience related offer letters and pay stubs ready in order to refer to the right spellings and the right designation of your past work experience. You should not be making any errors in those particular situations. Once you have your education documents, which is your ECA and your mark sheets and degrees, you have your language exams, which could be either IELTS or any other language exam, or your experience related documents, then you are in the right spot to start creating your express entry profile. Head out to the IRCC government website once again. You will be able to create your express entry profile, and the best part is you don't have to pay anything to the government unless you're invited, right? So guys, these are the basics that you need to know before, or you need to be prepared with before you start creating your express entry profile. And I really hope that this video was extremely helpful for all those people who are trying to be self-applicants. If you have any further questions, please make sure that you get in touch with us on the number on the screen. My details are there in the description box as well. Please feel free to schedule a consultation and I would be more than happy to get in touch with you. Guys, once again, I wish you all the best and I really hope to see you soon in Canada. All the best.